Good evening and welcome to Newswatch Update. I'm Curtis Fader. One lane on Stimson Avenue in Athens is out of commission as the city undergoes a $7 million redevelopment to the street. The current lane being worked on should be finished by July, with the project tentatively complete in October. A trailer in Zanesville known for drug activity has been secured by local police. The Zanesville Times Recorder reports the deed to the trailer on Bates Street was secured by prosecutors after a shooting last week that injured a man while he was walking to his home. Another shooting in September was also connected to the same address. Law enforcement believes last week's shooter dealt drugs from the trailer owned by Gary Workman. Workman was charged with permitting drug abuse and obstruction of justice for giving false statements to offers. Now over to Nicholas with the weather.
Thanks, Curtis. A marginal risk of severe weather has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center for this afternoon. We can see those areas highlighted in the green are in that risk of severe thunderstorms, mainly south and east of US 22, places like Columbus and Cincinnati. Isolated hail threat is part of that marginal risk, but looking at the extended forecast, we finally clear you out later on this weekend and into next week with highs in the 40s and then into the 70s on Tuesday. Nick?
Thanks, Nicholas. Women's basketball narrowly bested the Ball State Cardinals last night, 61-59 in the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament. The third-seeded Bobcats rallied from a 7-point deficit, and MAC Player of the Year Cece Hooks led the way with 21 points and 11 rebounds. The team takes on second-seeded Central Michigan tomorrow afternoon. Ohio baseball's series against Marshall has been canceled due to positive COVID-19 tests within Ohio's program. The team hopes to play their last 3 games at a later date. Meanwhile, the volleyball team, coming off a split pair of matches against Ball State, will play at Miami tomorrow and Saturday. A busy week for Bobcat sports. Back to you, Curtis.
Thanks, Nick. A federal judge in Ohio ruled yesterday that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention could not issue a nationwide moratorium on rental evictions. Judge J. Philip Calabrese said that the CDC's actions went outside the terms outlined in the Federal Public Health Service Act. This is the second ruling in 2 weeks that deemed the nationwide moratorium unconstitutional by district courts. The Justice Department is currently appealing the results. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice announced yesterday an estimated 168 coronavirus deaths went unreported. Officials discovered dozens of facilities did not report the deaths to the state's health department. Health Officer Annie Amjad said they are waiting to find out if there are more unreported deaths. The revelation puts the data officials used to justify lifting pandemic restrictions into question. Ohio is no longer releasing a weekly COVID-19 travel advisory map. According to a release from the Ohio Department of Health, the map advised travelers to Ohio from states with COVID-19 positivity rates 15% or higher to quarantine for 14 days. But that recommendation was not mandatory or enforced. The CDC now advises people, including those who have been vaccinated, to avoid travel and should check their most updated guidelines when making plans. Thanks for watching the Newswatch Update. Good night.